Hi guys, welcome back to Deediets. The fall is finally here and it's cold. The days are going to get shorter. The snow is going to start coming down. Oh yes, I know, don't I make it sound so inviting unless you have to drive in it. But that means another thing too. When the weather starts getting cold, what do we start doing? We start comfort eating. I know, the worst thing we could possibly do. But because I know I'm a comfort eater and a stress eater and I'm a carbo junkie, and I am, I'm going to make some low carb rolls so you guys can see what I'm doing. They are low carb, they are gluten free, and they are delicious. I've made them before, but I decided to make them in front of all of you. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to put on those rolls. Delicious and guilt free. So let's get over and start cooking. Okay. Empty bowl. There we go. Now the first thing you need to do is put your dry ingredients in. So it's calling for 1.5 cups of almond flour. So let's get 1.5 cups of almond flour out. There's one. And I'm just going to eyeball this cup and I'll do it in half. Oh, I did a good job. 1.5. There we go. Easy. The next thing we're going to put in with our dry ingredient is psyllium husk powder. Now, you can get this, you can order this online, or you can get this at the drugstore, believe it or not. So, this is just an organic psyllium husk powder. There we go. And we're going to put in 5 tablespoons of this. 1. I want you to see what it looks like. There we go. 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. Perfect. Psyllium husk powder, if you're familiar with any kind of like Citrusel or any of those things that take, or it's really a fiber, to be honest with you. That's what it is. But we're using it in baking today. So it's good for you. With everything else, it's good for you. We're also going to put in here 2, is it 1 or 2? I just want to make sure. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. There we go. There we go. And we're going to put in 1 teaspoon, excuse me. I don't want to get you all salted up. 1 teaspoon, excuse me guys, of salt. So there's all our dry ingredients. Wasn't that simple? Really simple. I love things that are simple. And what I'll do is I'm just going to let me see if I can find something. Here we go. Let me get a whisk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk all my dry ingredients together. It makes it easy. You don't have to sift anything. Just mix it all together. Make sure everything is incorporated. That takes no time. Nope. Very easy. And you know what the best part of this is, guys? There's no real kneading, no rising, none of those things, as you would with traditional breads. Okay. There we go. Now you're going to need 3 egg whites. I'm going to pour those right in. Okay. You're going to need 1 cup of hot water. So I have a cup of hot water here. I'm going to put a cup of hot water in. Now you're going to have to start mixing pretty quick. You don't want those eggs to cook. There is one more ingredient that's going in here. I'm just trying to mix this up as fast as I can. Okay. Nothing is going to cook on me now. And I'm going to take, I know this is going to sound strange to you, vinegar. And this is just so, I want to make sure everything is perfectly fine. This is going to be 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Okay. And I'm using, because it's the only vinegar I have in my house, I'm just using an apple cider vinegar. I wouldn't suggest balsamic. Not at all. And now we're just going to mix it up. Ooh, my goodness. Let me just mix this up, get all the ingredients incorporated into it. It's like glue. My goodness, it's like glue. But it is going to be like this. And I need to get a spoon. So let me get Thank goodness I have a spoon. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to mix the ingredients all together. And you really want to incorporate everything. It's hard. You can't really use your hands on this because you can't dip into bread flour, you know what I'm saying, and get your hands non-sticked. So you're just going to have to mix it around. It's a little fun. It's a little bit of an exercise as you're mixing it around. But you do want all the ingredients incorporated, the vinegar, the eggs, the baking powder, everything incorporated into your dough. And I'm going to show you this dough now. I can work with it with my hands. So I want to show you how the dough looks. Look at this. Isn't this fabulous? This is fabulous. Love, love, love it. And I'm just going to work it in with my fingers. I am. You know, your hands are your best tools. They truly are. How fast and easy was that to put bread together that you could eat guilt-free? All right. Now, we're going to go over to, and I didn't have a small baking sheet, so we're going to be using a pretty big baking sheet to put this on, but that's okay. You know, you got to improvise when you have. So I lined some parchment paper up, and you should get about 6 rolls out of this, 6 to 8, depending upon what size you like. So what I'm doing is cutting the dough in quarters. I find this to be the easiest way. And then cutting it in quarters again, and I'll show you what I mean. So it looks like I cut a pie, but isn't that simple? So I'm going to take 1 quarter at a time out, and I'm going to roll the rolls. I'm going to roll the rolls and put them right here on the cookie sheet. Oh, it's so simple. Okay, so I'm going to roll them all out, and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, and they're ready to go popping in the oven. I will tell you there's 2 grams of carbohydrates in each one of these. That's not bad at all. It must bake in the oven for 45 to 50 minutes. You'll just check. And I have one more thing I'm going to put on here. Now, I want you to know you can get these. These are super seeds, and they sell them right in Walmart by the spice aisle. And they come in this box. All right? So, oops. Just so that you guys can see. Oh, I'll make a mess out of anything. And then they come in little individual packs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of water, and I'm just going to go over these. Okay, I put a little water inside this bowl, and with my finger, I'm just going over the rolls. That's what I'm doing. Just putting a little moisture. No egg white, not necessary. Just a little water on each one. There we go. There we go. That's simple. And I took some and I just put it in a cup because it makes it easier for me to put the seeds on top. Oh my goodness, aren't they cute? Oh, it looks so cute. I love it. Oh, it's so cute. The seeds, just so that you know, are like flax seeds and hemp seeds and chia seeds. So it's really nice. All right. That's good. You know, I'm liberally putting them on. And there's so much more left in the pack. They smell good too. And I have so many more seeds left in this pack. It's got 8, in this one little container, 8 grams of fiber, 6 grams of protein, and 5,600 milligrams of omega-3s. How could you beat that? All right, let's pop it in the oven. Okay, while they're baking in the oven, now that's a 350 degree preheated oven that I put those rolls into. What are you going to put on them? Well, of course you could put butter on them. My goodness, you can. But the one thing I want to tell you about those rolls is they must be refrigerated or frozen. So once you make them and you let them cool, I would put them in a Ziploc bag, I would put them in my refrigerator, or I would put them in my freezer. Because like all low-carb breads, they tend to go bad really, really fast. So do yourself a favor and just stick them in the freezer, and when you need them, you got them. So what was I going to put on it? So I thought about little different things. For people that are on low-carb diets, they may want to have like almost an antipasta plate with some subit some pepperoni, and all different kinds of cheeses. So that's a way to go too. But me, today, I want a little bit of a Philly cheesesteak. So Thrive has, oh yeah, shredded beef, and it's absolutely delicious. I'll show you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to make it. So I figured I would use some shredded beef. I would use some of their Thrive Life green peppers, and I would use some of their Thrive Life onions. Now, Thrive Life does have a cheese. Let me get that for you so you guys can see it for yourself. Okay, I ran to go get it. They have their own cheese sauce blend, and let me show you what it looks like. Oh my goodness, there we go. I hope you can see it. Anyway, it's a cheddar cheese sauce blend, and it's delicious. It is delicious if you air pop popcorn and you just want to sprinkle some of this on top of the air pop popcorn. It's also delicious on microwave popcorn. I'm not lying, it's good. But you could also make a cheese sauce with this. But because I already have cheese in my refrigerator, I'm going to use some of that. But you could use some of the cheese sauce to make your Philly steaks. But I will tell you that if you're going low carb, this for 1.5 tablespoons is going to have 7 grams of carbohydrates. Just so that you know. And we all know cheese doesn't have that many carbohydrates in it as this might have. But if you're somebody that loves popcorn, oof, delicious. Sprinkle this on the popcorn. You'll find my link right below the video, and you can go on it and you can see for yourself, and all the nutritional labels are there as well. So you'll have the opportunity to see it. Just as a side note, Thrive Life has gotten so gigantic, they literally needed a new plant, and they have moved. They put it in a new plant. It is amazing how big this place is becoming, and it's amazing how many people love the product, because you don't grow if people don't love the product. Anyway, that's enough of my infomercial for Thrive Life. I'm going to put together this simple beef so we can all have it together. Oh, it's going to be so good. I can't wait for those rolls to be done. So, in a bowl, I am going to take a 1/2 cup, and my trusty little cups, a 1/2 cup of shredded beef, and just stick it in my bowl. Now, the one here, you want to take a look at it? It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And it smells delicious. A 1/2 cup is 130 calories, and the only thing that's in here is some beef and salt. That's it. What I like about this is that it's already been cooked. All the fat's been drained off of this already, and there's no work. Because we all know if I had to take a beef and start shredding that up, it would be such a pain in the neck. And when you're dieting, you want convenience. And even when you're not dieting, you want convenience. And guess what? This stuff gets shipped directly to your house. So it's like a grocery store on the internet that comes to you. Love it. Okay, so now I'm going to take some, I'm going to just grab a spoon. I'm going to take some sliced onions. Yep. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of sliced onions. This is for your taste. I want you to know, these sliced onions, just that you know it, they're so delicious. My husband likes them, eating them raw, right out of the can. Right out of the can. They are delicious. I've heard this from other friends and other customers who say they love these onions. Look, there's hardly anything left. I'm always waiting for my delivery because my husband loves them. They eat them right out of the can instead of a potato chip. So, and they are that good. Seriously, they're that good. And now I'm going to take, and I'm using my hands, I'm going to take some of the green peppers. I'm going to put some green peppers in. So how quick was that? I have my beef, I have my peppers, I have my onions. I'm going to let this sit on my counter, put the rest of this stuff away. When my rolls are done, we're going to add some water to this, heat it up in a microwave real quick, and guess what? We're having Philly cheesesteaks. Okay, so what I'm going to do to our mixture, which is basically beef, onions, and peppers, I'm going to take some hot water, about a cup. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to put a cup of hot water right in, and I'm going to let that refresh. Now at this point, you can put seasoning in here if you want some extra salt, if you want pepper, if you want garlic powder, put it right in. I'll let it sit for 15 minutes. Those rolls should be done in about 15 more minutes. And we're going to have a delicious, oh, I wish you could smell this. I really wish you could smell this. but you'll see what I do at the end. Oh my goodness, that is going to be so
The rolls are done. Don't they look beautiful?
Okay, what I did is I drained off a little bit of the extra water that was in here, but I want you to see how beautiful it all looks. Look how green the peppers look in here. The beef is all been shredded. It's warm because I used, of course, hot water to refresh my beef. I wish you could smell this. This smells absolutely delicious. I can smell the peppers. I can smell the onions. And what I did is I took one of these rolls. Hello. I'm going to cut it in half so you guys can see what it looks like. Let me just cut it in half. It's still hot. Hello. Doesn't look beautiful? And what I did is I put some cheese on each one and I popped it into the toaster oven and I'm just melting the cheese. And then we're going to have a bite. Oh, it's fabulous. So I just popped it out of the toaster. I took one piece of cheese and I cut it into squares, 2 here, 2 there. Oh my God, you should smell this. Now I'm going to take some of the mixture of peppers and beef and we're going to put it right on top. It's like a slider. It's like a slider, guys, honestly. Oh my goodness. Hey, let's do another one too. And just so that you know, there's enough beef in here to make 2 of these. There's more beef left in the bowl. And that was only using a half a cup of the shredded beef. So now we have, oh my God, that looks so good. One more thing. I'll just put this down. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Okay. This is Heinz ketchup, but this is no sugar ketchup. Oh yeah, they have it in the grocery store. Let's put it on. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? Now I know the Philly cheesesteaks normally have the cheese whiz in it, but come on, doesn't that look great? That looks great. Let's go in for a bite. Oh my God. Just a minute. That is delicious. That is absolutely delicious. So easy, simple to make the rolls. You've seen how quick that was. The beef, that was even easier. All I had to do was open a can and get my freeze-dried beef. And guess what? I don't have to refrigerate that beef. That beef sits on my shelf until I want to use it again. It's good for a year. And if I don't open it, it's good for 25 years. Great for the preppers. Great for the preppers out there. And you know I'm one of them. Oh my God. This is simply delicious. Really, there's no carbohydrates in this. It's really good. I hope you give this a try. I'm going to put my link to Thrive Life right underneath this video. So if you're interested in the beef or the onions or the peppers, they have it's like, I'm telling you, it's like a grocery store. You can go shopping right there. Gets delivered right to your house. Let's go in for one more bite because this is absolutely delicious. Man, that's good. Have a great day. Be kind to one another. The heart, really, that's all that matters. Simple changes. Bye, guys. See you again. Oh, this is really good.